This might be one of The Ordinary's most confusing launches yet. This is their new Rice Lipids plus Ectoin Microemulsion. I have been testing this for several weeks to see if this is something that would be worth adding to our everyday skincare routines, or if it's a product that I feel we could skip on. Now, I'm going to talk about why I feel like this is a confusing product and what I've been noticing all over social media since this has launched. I'm also going to talk about my experience with this, how it played up with other skincare ingredients, and what skin types I feel like this truly would be best suited for. So let's get right into today's video. Of course, I will have this linked below for you in my description box, and I do have a lot of Ordinary content on my channel, so the previous launches to this, I have videos of those, and I will link up my Ordinary playlist of all of the Ordinary content that I have uploaded since starting my YouTube channel. So if you want to learn more about the brand and their formulations, I truly have you covered. So this is considered the fourth moisturizer within their moisturizing category. They have the natural moisturizing factors plus beta-glucan, which I thought was truly the lightest because it's like a gel moisturizer. Then they have the natural moisturizing factors plus hyaluronic acid, which is their original moisturizer. And then they have the natural moisturizing factors plus phytoceramides. And that truly is the most rich moisturizer that they have in their collection. Now they've added this, which is very different. It's not a cream, it's not a moisturizer, yet it's like a serum type of texture. Again, it's the microemulsion. So they consider this the ultra lightweight moisturizer. Now, yes, I do find this to be lightweight, but I don't feel like this is as lightweight as the natural moisturizing factors plus beta-glucan. Now, they're two different products, so if you are somebody that truly loves that lightweight moisturizer, you're going to absolutely love the natural moisturizing factors plus beta-glucan. It doesn't even compare to this at all. But if you're someone with that oily skin, combination, acne prone, you really love that lightweight feel that truly feels like you didn't even put anything on your skin, the beta-glucan one is the way to go, and I will link it below for you. Now let's move back to this because yes, although this is lightweight, it is very rich and it does have a milky consistency. So some people are using this as a serum, and then some people are using this as that moisturizer replacement. I'm seeing a lot of different ways on how people are using this, and you know, you do what works for you, right? I'm not going to judge on how someone is using their products, but I will say that this is best used after your water-based serums, like your essence, your toners, your hyaluronic acid, your copper peptides, your vitamin C's, and then this would be the last product in your skincare routine before sunscreen. But if you would like to incorporate this with a moisturizer with that cream texture, then you would want to apply this first, then your true creamy moisturizer on top, then your sunscreen if this is in your morning skincare routine. So while I was testing this, I tested this two different ways. I was using this on its own without that traditional moisturizer on top, and I was also using this alongside a traditional moisturizer. I live in Ontario and it's like -20 outside. This is honestly the best time for me to be testing this because my skin is very dry and flaky, and my skin has been quite compromised lately. So this is a great time to be testing a product in its full capacity, especially for me being in the winter months right now. And I can definitely say that this is a very rich formulation. I love anything milky because when you have products that are milky, they have an emollient to them, and sometimes when your skin is compromised, you need to have that milky product in your routine to really bring back that moisture and to really deeply hydrate the skin. And I always like to use milky products alongside thicker moisturizers, repairing creams that really help to bring in more moisture as well. But this on its own actually was quite nice, but it's not enough for me, especially during the winter months. Actually, I could see this being suited best used on its own come spring and definitely summer, but I wouldn't just use this on its own. I mean, I'm gonna use other serums and stuff beforehand, like vitamin C and stuff, but this actually might be a great product to resort to for that lightweight moisturizer during the summer months. But for the winter, in my opinion, it's just not enough. So I feel like I would rather put a thicker moisturizer on top of this to lock in the moisture from this, provide my skin with more moisture, and when I do that, my skin just feels so much better. So let's talk about those key ingredients. Now, rice lipids helps to retain skin hydration. It really helps to prevent transepidermal water loss, so it helps to keep that skin nice and plump in those deeper layers. Ectoin helps to smooth out the skin, so if you have any type of texture, I feel like Ectoin can do a really good job to wipe that out, giving that softer, smoother look and feel to the skin. Jojoba oil is going to nourish the skin, and the natural moisturizing factors in here will help to maintain skin hydration. So there's a lot of great ingredients. I love the milkiness here. It really does give that nice comfort to the skin when your skin is a little bit compromised, dry, but honestly, this is great for all skin types. I feel like anybody can use this. I have combination skin and I am acne prone, but yes, right now my skin is a little bit more on the drier side, and this doesn't break me out. It actually makes my skin feel really nice, and it's not heavy, it's not greasy, nor sticky, and it sits really nice with moisturizer. It also sits really nice with sunscreen and your makeup. I've never had an issue with pilling, nothing. But I will say I do like to pair up a moisturizer with this just for more moisture at this time. But come the summer months, this would be really good on its own. I feel like it will be really good and it will provide enough moisture, especially when you're using other products beforehand, like other serums. Now, like I said, the texture is thin, it's milky. When I'm applying this to my skin, I generally apply 5 to 6 drops of this, and that really is enough to cover my entire face. Sometimes it will be enough to bring down my neck, but I do feel like I need to add a few more drops to cover my entire neck. But if you have some serums and stuff on prior to using this, it gives a little bit more slip and moisture to the skin where I feel like you could use less drops. So it just depends on what you're using beforehand and how much you want to apply. But like I said, not sticky, not tacky. It does give a glow to the skin. It just feels like your skin is really nourished. So this comes in 2 sizes, a 60 ml size, which I'm holding up here, for $17.80 Canadian, and a 120 ml size for $29.90 Canadian. So not a bad price point for how much product you're actually getting. And the great thing with this is that there are no conflicts. So if you wanted to pair this up with retinol, tretinoin, exfoliating acids, vitamin C, like I said, you can without having to worry. So you have a lot of freedom with this product, but just remember to use this after your water-based products, but before another moisturizer or before sunscreen and of course your makeup foundation. So this is a rich cream that is in an ultra lightweight format. And so if you're looking for something like that, I think you're going to really enjoy this. It really does remind me a lot of the Rhode Skin Glazing Milk Essence, the Ilia milky toner that I absolutely love. They actually consider that as a lightweight moisturizer. This is very similar, but as of right now, I wouldn't consider this as my moisturizer replacement because it's just not enough moisture in my opinion. But come spring and summer, I think that this would be a great replacement for your everyday moisturizer, especially something in your morning routine that is lightweight enough to use underneath your sunscreen and of course your makeup. And I actually can't wait to try this in the warmer months because again, I have acne prone skin, I have combination skin as well, and in the summer my skin does get quite oily, so this actually might be a really nice product to resort to see if it would benefit my skin at all. But I want to hear from you guys. Have you tried this? Is this something that would benefit your skin? Is there any interest with this product? I would love to know. And how are you using this product? Are you using this as your moisturizer replacement, or are you still pairing this up with your traditional cream? Let's get a conversation going in that comment section, but I will have this linked below for you. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And of course, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and I will see you all then. Bye guys.